Surprise, surprise, everybody. Midnight Railfanning in East Lansing tonight. Welcome, everybody. Let's wait for some people to get on here, and then we're going to get started. While I do that, I'm going to go grab my camera equipment, because I think at some point we're going to have a train coming. Hey, everybody. Anthony, Davis, good to see you guys. Kind of a little surprise tonight following the Michigan State, Ohio State game. Ohio State came up on top tonight, which was awesome. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Yeah, I know. I just kind of decided last minute I was going to do this because I want to let the roads, I mean, they're pretty much fine. I just want to let things clear up for a little bit. But I did drive to East Lansing today for the game, so I actually have my car here. So we're going to grab the equipment out of there. But welcome, everybody, to Midnight Railfanning here in East Lansing. This is a new location for us to do Midnight Railfanning because the latest I've really been out here is 6 in the morning, and that's about it. Because most of the time I take the train to get here, but today is a slight exception. I did do some railfanning earlier today with Brody, Detroit area railfan. Me and him did some railfanning earlier today, and we had a great time. I started off here. I got here at about a little after 7 in the morning. I was supposed to leave at a little after 4 a.m. to get up here about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, but I ended up sleeping until 5:30 because I didn't go to bed till 1:30 last night. So I'm not running on too much sleep, but should be okay. And I have a energy drink to get me home. But I went to the Ohio State game tonight here in East Lansing. Ohio State dominated 38-7, as I expected that they would, because they always tend to get Michigan State. It was a good game, though, and the people, the Ohio State fans around me were really nice, too, and everyone was just out having a good and fun time. And so I figured, let's keep the fun going for a little bit and do some midnight railfanning here in East Lansing. We're not going to be live for too long because I got about an hour and a half drive to get home, because we are pretty far out. This is rare for me to be taking my car this far because my parents, it's under my parents' name. I don't have a car under my name. That's what I'm saving up to get. Let me just open this up. Hang on 1 second, everybody. I heard about the Georgia game. Yes, I saw someone said something about that. Yeah, Alabama. Holy crap. Killed them like it was nothing. All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, that was you, Anthony. Oh, wow, really? 41-34. Wow, they came back. Bama #1, yeah. OSU had a good game tonight, that's for sure. Yeah, Michigan, I don't know how to feel either. You know, you think with the same score that they had last week against USC, that they would probably go into this game and probably dominate Minnesota, but then they end up winning by 3 again with the same exact score. Very questionable. And real quick, the reason why I started the stream a little bit after 11:30 was, Damon, you're going to like this. I did some, I decided while I was in the parking lot where I was parked at, I was going to go pick up some cans. And I'm going to show you guys. I got probably about $5 worth of cans. I'm going to have to do a big return either next week or the week after. Door. So this bag right here, probably about $5 worth of cans, and then we got a couple glass bottles as well. So that was cool. So I got some money, so I'm happy. It was $20 for parking, but they also gave you free shuttle service to the game, which was awesome. They had them parked. I was parked in a parking lot pretty much down the road that way. Hey, Davin, good to see you. Yeah, interesting, Anthony. Speaking of you, I got to find a time at some point. I got to get over to Anthony's house, get him his Ohio State merch. I bought him some merch when I was in Columbus a few weeks ago. So we're going to do that. But like I said, we're not going to be out here too long. Probably at the latest, we're going to get out of here around 12:30. Because like I said, whatever time I leave at, add an hour and 30 minutes to that for me to get home. And then, yeah. Hey, Brody. Kalamazoo area rail fan. I was rail fanning with Brody earlier today here, and then we went to Charlotte over by Corey Yard to do some rail fanning, and we had a blast. Brody and I saw 5 trains. Was it 5? And I've seen 9 so far today. It was a lot of fun, and today was a lot of fun. Ohio State did a really good job tonight, but and everyone's honking their horns, going crazy. I mean, there were a lot of Michigan State fans that were leaving early. But hopefully we're going to get ourselves a train. Hey, train room Gary, how you doing? Good to see you. I can't wait for it either, Anthony. You and me both, the big game. Hey, Aiden, how you doing? If I could have someone do me a favor, if one of you guys or a few of you guys could keep an eye on the Charlotte cam, maybe back it up, tell me if I have an eastbound coming. That would be great. You guys would be awesome if you guys could do that. And one other thing real quick, can you please go down and click that like button for me? That helps push the stream out there, and it helps the feedback as well. So give me your feedback, either leave a like or a dislike. Your feedback helps improve my videos and helps recommend them to other people. So if you guys could do that real quick for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. We got 11 people on here tonight. Steven, good to see you. Yeah, Ohio State, they were starting off kind of rough. It was very sloppy at the beginning of the game, with turnover after turnover, fumbles and fumbles, I think Ohio State did okay overall. They shouldn't have let Michigan State score at all this game, in my opinion, and they should have done better scoring in the first half. But one thing I've been noticing about Ohio State is they've been really good at, turning things around in the second half. Like, if things are not going well, they come back. They play their A game. They don't let them score like they did last week against Marshall. They didn't let the opponent score at all, and their offense got better, and they were actually able to move the ball and prevent the other team from scoring. They did good. I have an eastbound. When did it go through? Yeah, I had a great time with you, Brody. Thank you for coming out. I'm glad I messaged you. I didn't see Jacob. Railfan Jacob or any other guys out here today, just Brody. 12 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, then that means he'll be coming through fairly soon. And if he comes before midnight, that'll put me to double digits. And I think my Apple Watch is dead. Yep, my Apple Watch is dead. So it's 11:43 p.m. But the goal is to get a couple trains. We have a westbound line in Durand right now, going towards a flashing yellow on Main 2. So we'll see what happens. Or actually, I think it's Main 1, because I think Main 2 is the close track. Main 1's the one that's pretty much that long siding. Looks like Z148. Yeah, that would make sense. Except he is kind of running late, because Z148 tends to get to Lapeer. 12:30. I could get there a little after that, so I guess it's not bad. Thank you guys for checking on that. And you know what would help is if I turn my scanner on. So, going to try to catch you guys at least 2 trains out here this evening, because the foot sub can be pretty busy in the evening. Here in East Lansing, it's definitely busy in the morning. Like the morning between 5 to 10 a.m., it can be pretty busy here, especially if you got westbounds coming after Amtrak, because Amtrak does kind of tend to hold them up if there are any. Z140, yeah, it depends. Z148 is pretty much a midnight train. It is literally, it is the one train that I can mostly guarantee if I do a midnight rail fanning stream out here on the Flint sub. There's only been a few times I've seen it during the day. I saw it once in the afternoon. I saw it once in the evening in Climax and other places on the South Bend sub. But I saw it one day on Lapeer, probably around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because of a big storm that put a tree down on the tracks, and that wasn't good. So, yeah, 148's a late night run, so you won't see it. 149, I've seen at night, but I've seen it in the day. I did see that earlier today, which I actually thought was the first train I got, which happened to be Q137, a reroute. I actually thought that was Z149, but then I looked at the containers as it was passing by. I'm like, this doesn't seem like Z149. This seems awfully suspicious, and sure enough, it was. It ended up being a rerouted Q139, so that was pretty cool. And then Brody and I, we caught E276 as well. That was an as-needed auto rack train, it was loaded with the vehicles as well. So that was pretty cool. So we'll see what happens. It's been misting on and off here, so hopefully it's not going to do that when we get a train. So yeah. Originally, I was actually going to do, and it's actually, speaking of misting here, it's starting to do it again. It's been doing that off and on tonight. But speaking of, this trip, to East Lansing, I was actually originally going to do a 2-day trip where I was going to take Amtrak, and I was going to stay in that Spring Hill Suites hotel over there. And then the next day I was going to take 365 to Battle Creek and then 350 to Pontiac. Next weekend, though, Steven, mark it if you want. And anyone else that wants to join, I will be in Battle Creek next Saturday on the 5th. So anyone that wants to join, you guys are welcome to join me. I'm going to throw that out there. It'll be a public event. Holly Sub Railfan's going to join me, and it's going to be a great time. Hey, Brian, good to see you. See, I'm trying to catch up in the chat. So I heard that the guy who runs the ATCS, really? Dang. Is that might be why it's down, because the servers for around Michigan are down right now, and hopefully we'll get them back up. But if it's the guy, if that's him, the guy that's having the heart surgery, I hope that everything goes well for him, because human life is more important than any old ATCS system. As much as I love having ATCS to help track trains, definitely want to help make sure that he's doing okay. What camera am I using tonight? I am using the Sony AX43 with a broken touchscreen. Yeah, my touchscreen doesn't work, so I only have about 50 minutes left of recording space. So I need to make sure and find a way to transfer content and be able to delete it. Because for some reason, when I hook my USB cable into this camera and I use it to transfer, it won't let me delete the videos from my computer. But if I use the SD card, it will. But then that messes it all up, like if I insert the SD card. So that's going to kind of suck. I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to lock out all those ones where it's going and all that stuff. That's actually 160.38 that picks that up all the time. The NS Detroit District, which I hate. Orgy looked okay. I think he's gonna do pretty well. To be honest, Alex, I think like I said, there's still a lot of time this season. It's only week 5. Ohio State's 4-0. We already had a bye week. We'll have one more though come towards the end of October. And we'll see what happens. And hopefully it's going to be a good season. Westbound going through Imlay City. Okay. Wonder what it is. If it has a mid-DPU, it could be M301. I think Will Howard took a little hit today, and I think Anthony, I know you saw it better than I could at the game, but didn't he walk off the field for a little bit? But he came back in the end. Hi, Kyla. How you doing tonight? Yeah, it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to Ohio State versus Michigan this year. I think this is going to be the year that Ohio State redominates, because it's been 3 years since. Besides the forfeit that Michigan did back in 2020, because they wanted to prevent Ohio State from going to the playoffs, because Ohio State would be 5-0, but you had to play 6 games to go to the playoffs. Then NCAA had to change the rules so that way they could because you can't really say no to an undefeated team to let them in the playoffs, except Florida State from last year, which was pretty funny. Looks like a full as neat. Really, all Autoracks going west. Interesting. The only symbol I can think of would be EE271, but even still, that's very early for them to be running. Typically, they run in the morning, around anywhere between like 5 to 8 a.m. around the east side of the state, at least. Yeah, 2020, no kidding. That was a weird year. That was the year I started getting into collecting clocks and tornado sirens because we couldn't really go out. I couldn't film elevators. I wasn't into the hobby of trains back then. I really had nothing. I had to post the few videos I had in my backlog of elevator videos, which was probably like 10 back then. And for that channel, I'm sure you guys know how much I've grown based on that. I'm now up to like probably over 1,500 elevator videos, to be honest with you guys, and probably about the same, probably about 1,200, maybe 1,300 for trains. That's why I'm trying to get content up for you guys, and that's what I got to do tomorrow, because obviously I'm sleeping in, but I got to get up and I got to get you guys a train video going. Obviously, I'm not doing it tonight. When I get home, I'm going home, taking a shower, and going right to bed. That's why I don't want to be out here too late tonight. But I figured I'd put together a little special surprise for you guys tonight. So, anyways, I've been talking a lot about me and what I've been going on. Tell me, you guys, how have all of you guys been doing? Any cool rail fanning plans you guys are doing? Any trips or anything in general? Tell me. I want to know. I've been talking a lot about me, but this midnight rail fanning, what it's all about the trains and all of you guys. Rail fanning as a whole, because the way I look at it, the rail fan community is not made up of just the trains. It's made up of the people that, you know, make this hobby so popular, and the people that help each other out and make the hobby easier and more fun and enjoyable. So anyone out here, something else you guys could tell me is, did you guys have a great catch that you got recently? Like, for example, last Saturday I did a day in North Baltimore and Deschler, and we got CN 3115 that went on B241 down to Tampa, and we got the BC Rail Heritage Unit. That was my first catch of that. That puts me now up to 3 of 5 CN Heritage Units, which is pretty good. All I got to do is get Wisconsin Central and wonky 3008, if that thing will not screw me over like it did that time in Monroe and other times. Yes, I saw the new paint job for GLC 329. I think it looks pretty nice. The color's pretty neat. I wonder, are they doing that to all of them though? Or are they just doing it to a few? It's pretty spooky out here. I'm going to go over closer to the station when this train comes. I mean, you guys said it. Eastbound went through 12, which probably was now about 20 minutes ago. He's not even here yet. So I don't know. I don't know if Z148 does any work with those auto racks. If he works snow yard or quarry yard, or if he's just taking time to get here. I mean, I guess 205 is at. Yeah, I mean, that is 18 miles out. So I guess, okay, yeah, he's probably just making his way over here. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll go to westbound as well. But like I said, I think we're gonna stay out here till about 12:30 or so. Then I'm gonna hit the road, so I get home around 2. Then I'm gonna go to bed because it's been a long day. I've been up since 5:30. I was supposed to wake up at 4, like I said, but ended up sleeping in a little bit because I didn't go to bed till 1:30. Yeah, 3069 would be great to get leading. Purchased new rail fanning camera. Awesome. Canon R8. Oh, nice. 24 millimeter. That's pretty good. Awesome. Mount Clemens. Okay. Yeah, on the Mount Clemens and Holly subs. Yep, I agree. Oh, Alex, you only have 4 or 5? Oh, leading. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. I was about to say, I know you've seen it. Oh, are you heading out, Brian? All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. YouTube's telling me we got about 12 people watching right now. Thank you to everyone that's on here at this late hour. I'm honestly surprised so many people came on with this last minute midnight rail fanning session. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Now the real question is, where is this eastbound? And I think had I not been filming elevators earlier today too, and had I been paying attention to railroadfan.com, I probably could have caught Jackson and Lansing today too. Because I think they were running after L303 went through. And guess what? I'm starting to see light. Bingo! Here comes an eastbound. Bingo was his name-o, after all. So, with that being said, let's go up into the light so we can catch this eastbound. Looks like that's going to put me up to double digits then if it gets here before midnight. But yeah, it is a beautiful night here in East Lansing. The weather is great. Ohio State won, which was awesome. That was a good game. Definitely got some work to do as the season goes on, especially if we're going to Oregon. Oh man, we got some work to do for that. Nonetheless, I do think Ohio State will be okay, but still got some work they got to do. And why don't they have those lights on? You would think that these lights would be on. That would really help for lighting. That's for sure. Well, regardless, we're going to stick over here by the building itself because the building itself will supply us a little bit of light. Because lighting out here is kind of a big deal. Well, that's a in general statement, I should say. All right, let's see what we got here. That clock inside says 12:02, but yeah, I was about to say that's 5 minutes off because it's 11:57. So we could be pushing a little bit into midnight, but as soon as the locomotives hit, that will count for today, if it's still before midnight. We'll see what happens, though. We'll start filming probably when the gates start to go down. And then, as always, if you guys could do me a favor and put the locomotive numbers in, I'll say them out loud. I'll step back from my camera. If you guys could do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, just getting my angle. I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good for an angle. Lighting's pretty good at this time of day, or not this time of day, with the lighting from the building is what I'm trying to say. Did it? It hit a tree branch? MSU? Oh, MSU is playing Oregon? Oh, boy. We got the Lions as well on Monday playing the Seahawks, which, in case you guys don't know, they're kind of a pain in the butt because we tend to lose to them. Yeah, it's looking like he's going to get here right at midnight, so this is going to probably count for the next day. Hey, thank you, Jamie Carlson. Subscribe and click for notifications. Awesome. Thank you very much. And I hope everyone here is doing well tonight. Jamie, I hope you're doing well too. Thank you. I appreciate the support. We got this eastbound coming right now. He might be able to get here in time for this to count for today. We'll see. Either way, we're going to head to the camera now because these gates go down about a minute early. Like the circuit is so far out there. It's kind of crazy. They don't even do the horn sequence at least for another 30 seconds before they hit the crossing. All right. Now let's see what my watch says. My watch is dead, but it'll kind of tell me. 11:59. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, I should probably silence that. There we go. Yep, it's looking like it's going to be midnight, so it's going to count for Sunday. It is now midnight, so we're going to put the name of Midnight Railfanning in midnight. That's why we call it Midnight Railfanning. It is now the 29th, and here we go. We got that eastbound coming. It is the top of the hour, midnight, and we are here at East Lansing Amtrak. We got an eastbound coming, looking to be Z148. Midnight on the dot. He's going over the diamond. $22.75. 88.30. With a nice wave from the conductor as well. Engineer. $148. Sus. Midnight Railfanning really put in the name for that train. It's currently 12:04 a.m. That was Z148 heading east. Here in East Lansing, Michigan, we're near Control Point Trowbridge. 21 people watching the stream too, 14 likes. Thank you to everyone that just hopped on as well. Good timing. A lot of you guys just hopped on just to get that train. So that was pretty cool. That was Z148. They're flying through here. They really have nowhere to stop except before they get to Canada. They'll stop in Port Huron. Nice wave from the engineer as well. Always nice to get a nice wave. We'll see what happens now. We will have a westbound, hopefully here in a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw it or if I got it on video, but as the intermodals were going by, there was a Buckeyes football semi-truck that went through. So they're probably getting ready to head back down to Columbus if they're going back down tonight. I would imagine they would. You think it's M301? Okay. That's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, look, there it is right there. There it is right there. Buckeyes football. There they go. They're probably still cleaning out the stadium, honestly, from the whole game tonight. We'll chill here for a little bit longer, and then it'll be time to end the stream. We'll see what we can get. Any other trains tonight? Hopefully we can get the westbound signal. If we get a signal line, then we'll definitely stay to get it. Just because if it's lined, we might as well. It's always the worst when you get a signal and then you got to go. And it's like, darn it, we actually had something lined and now you got to go. So the other thing I did today, too, is I did take a tour of one of the crossings in Grand Ledge today on the Plymouth sub. That was pretty cool. It'd be cool to get something over there, but of course, you know how that goes. Plymouth sub is so dead. All you really get over there is L304, L302, and L303, and then occasionally a grain train, because they have grain trains that originate in and out of Grand Ledge. So oh, really? 122 has that? Yeah, that's probably not going to come through for a long time. Probably not, because like I said, I've been up here since about 7:20, and I still got an hour and a half drive home. So most of the time, like I said, when I'm here, guys, I typically take the train, because this is pretty far for me to drive, and my parents don't like me to put the miles on the cars, so this is kind of a special event. So this seems to be what I'm doing, though, every 2 years, is coming up here for Michigan State, Ohio State, when they're here in East Lansing. Because I did this 2 years ago, except I stayed 3 days. I was here 3 days. I came in on Friday and left Sunday evening. Yeah, it's a long drive home, but I got a Monster that I'm going to crack open just so that way I'll be up and ready. But I figured as well, like, it'd be a good idea if I kind of chill here at the tracks, get a couple trains, kind of let all the drunk people, kind of find their way off the roads, I guess. Find their way off the roads, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of had a negative connotation to it. So probably no more eastbounds, but like I said, we could get whatever that westbound is lined in Durand. Who knows? It could be M301 that's lined. Oh, clear of Durand or a clear signal? Because if it's clear Durand, great. Then we should be getting a signal here in a little bit. That means you figure maybe about 30 minutes or so, and they'll be here. Doesn't really take them too terribly long to get here, because Durand is 30 miles out. Okay, maybe an hour, but we'll see. Any idea what it was and what's leading it? It's in the Vernon block? Okay, cool. Good. Oh, is ATCS fixed now for the Flint sub? Since you're saying it's in the Vernon block? Because I was trying to use it yesterday, earlier today, and the day before, and it's been down. No? Okay. Gotcha. You live there. Okay. I got you. Sounds like a GEVO leader. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the info. I appreciate it. Wish I had some water right now. I'm kind of thirsty. Well, we'll see what happens, though. Tell you what, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go look at the... come back to me, because now I see we only have 8 people, but... We're back. Just hang in there. Either that or YouTube's being glitchy, which also is probably true. But yeah, if he's going through Vernon's about 248. Actually, I think East Durand is 253. I think Control Point Durand is 250, and then it's 248 for that, and then 244 for Bancroft, if I remember correctly. And we're at 223. Hey, how's it going, Liam? Good to see you. Silly Billy. That would be him. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for coming on. 250. Okay. Oh, 250. Okay. Okay, actually sounds a little bit better. Then maybe, okay, you know what? Then it's 253. That's Control Point Durand. Yep. Okay. Thank you. 248 for Vernon, and then it's what? 244 for Bancroft? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Doing some rail fanning here. Did some rail fanning earlier today. I got up here around 7 a.m. Did some rail fanning, did some elevator filming as well. Then I went to the Ohio State, Michigan State game. That's why I'm up here. And that was a blast. Ohio State won 38-7, which was kind of a nice blowout. But we kind of need, it was a little sloppy, especially at the beginning, but Ohio State got a lot better in the second half. Darn it. Yeah, Brody came out here for a bit today. Darn, I'll keep that in mind. I'll make sure to message you. That's the thing is, you know, I mostly message people on Snap, and I kind of, it's hard for me to do it on Discord because, you know, then it's in a different spot, but, you know. I'll keep that in mind, though, and I'll let you know next time.
I work there Monday, Fridays. 8 to 2. Oh, what you doing there, buddy?
Just taking videos of trains.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wrong school. Ohio State. That's what
JB Railroad Fanning. I leave Durand 11. Yeah. It does get slow in the evening there. There's a little bit of evening rush, but then it tends to die out after L507 typically, or around then. That was funny with those that couple that just walked by. I actually got a handful of friends up here that go here to Michigan State. Haven't seen them in forever. Didn't get a chance to really see anyone today. So maybe in the future. Looks to be 12:15 a.m. right now, according to those clocks on the LED signs. You're right, yep. Did not see 507 tonight? Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's typically true. Our 944 does tend to come after 507. Sometimes they're there at the same time. Sometimes I've seen our 944 get up there and they make 507 wait while they do their thing where they pull onto the highway and back up into Durand. .507 had a GEVO? Interesting. As opposed to 75Is or dash 2s. Oh, wow. 8 p.m. Yeah, that's pretty late for 507 to be going through there. Typically, they go through Delray probably around 3:45 to 4 on a good day if they're on time. Because if they leave Flat Rock at 3, it should only take them about 30 to 45 minutes to get up to Delray. Because most of the time they end up having to slow down and stop at River Rouge and YD up there before they get permission under the Comrail shared assets. Dash 9. Oh, okay. I always forget about Dash 9s, that those are also common. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. If we get a signal, if we don't have a signal at 12:30, that's probably when I'm going to call it quits. Just because otherwise I'm going to be here for a while. Had a westbound Amtrak and a local. Oh, okay. You said you had a local? Which way was the local going? Because when you say a local, I'm thinking either R9. Did it work Duran Yard or? Yeah, we'll see though, Liam. I want to go home and I got a long drive, so. And I didn't get much sleep last night. I only got about 3.5 hours, so. Running little ones. Lately, with me putting up content, elevator videos, trains, hand dryers, and all the stuff I do, and some other private channel stuff that's kind of seasonal and work and college and everything, I really haven't been getting a lot of sleep, and I'm trying to get things going more so. Flint to Duran Yard. Okay, that's R944. Yeah, that's an evening local run that runs from Durand. Flint to Durand, and they do some work swapping cars around there. Because that yard is pretty much there to interchange with Huron and Eastern and GLC. And I think more often than not, they're switching cars for Huron and Eastern, R944. You hopping off, Steven? Have a good night. Believe me, you don't have to tell me, Epic Michigan. There's been days I'm waking up and it's like I don't want to go to work. Like I'm going in. I'm probably going in. I'm going in next week because right now with college and stuff, you figure I work about 5 hours or so Monday and Wednesday. Go to college, and then I have some evening classes as well. And in between, classes, I try to get videos going for you guys so that way I don't have to do it when I get home. Then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm working 8 hours. So I'm working at least 32 hours a week while going to college. And I'm putting videos up for you guys. And every weekend I tend to be going out filming. Because next weekend and the weekend after that, I have plans. But after that, what I have going up in 2 weeks, I'm going to really try to cut back for a while. Because every weekend I've been going somewhere. And I need to catch up on my sleep. I think Friday I'm going to probably end up telling my boss, like, hey, I'm taking a day off. Because I need to get sleep. I need to sleep in. And I need to get stuff done. Dropped cars off, ran back with no cars. Okay, yeah. R944 for sure then. Yeah, that'd be R944. That's an evening run. That one's kind of cool because that one actually does kind of go far. Because a lot of R symbol trains don't tend to go very far. Like R986 that runs the CN Dearborn sub, for example, that goes from Schaefer Yard in Dearborn, and that'll go all the way down to Flat Rock Yard. That's pretty short. There's R936, I think it is, or 33, or whatever the one is that works Snow Yard. That one doesn't really go that far. R symbols are kind of yard switching locals, but sometimes we get lucky. Did I get the eastbound yet? Yeah, the eastbound came through a little bit ago, the Z148. That came through. The locomotives hit the station here at the top of the hour at midnight, and he cleared about 4 minutes following. Where's that? Yeah. Well, keep in mind, Anthony, we're about 30 miles away from Durand, so it does, and they tend to line them last minute around here. Not actually, I shouldn't say last minute. They tend to line them when they're about 10 miles out. They definitely do take some time for lining them over that diamond, but CSX doesn't really run too much at night. The weirdest catch, actually, if anything, the Plymouth sub is dead in general. The last time I did East Lansing back in May, I think it was, I got the 4 runs that run through here, L305 twice, 303 and 302, so that was pretty cool. I might just put that up as one solo video of Railfanning CSX Plymouth sub in East Lansing. That was cool as well. You can actually see the short where I got 305 and 303 meeting. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Actually, there's one line that's more dead than the Plymouth sub. Can anyone take a guess what line that would be? I'll give you guys a hint. It's in southeastern Michigan. There is a line that is more dead than the Plymouth sub. Because this particular line, it's a main line, but it doesn't always... There's days throughout the week where it doesn't see a thing and only runs a couple trains a few times a week. Take a guess. What do you guys think it is? The host of the server, of the servers and stuff might have had heart surgery, we think, because someone came on here and said that. Nope, not the Holly sub. The Holly sub gets more, because out here, you can't always guarantee that L305 is going to run, and the Holly sub is more likely to get as needed as opposed to the Plymouth sub. Especially if an E280 runs or an intermodal, you're more likely to get one of those. No, I wouldn't say the Lincoln Secondary, because the Lincoln Secondary is pretty much guaranteed I-132 and an NS local, Commercial Shared Assets local that runs. So the Lincoln Secondary, it's up there in terms of dead. It's definitely more dead than the Plymouth sub, though that's for sure. But that's not the one I was thinking of. He had, wow, that's crazy. Anyone want to take a couple guesses before I tell you guys what it is? I will tell you guys what it is, but if you guys guess, and if you guys want some more hints, I can give you guys hints as well. Yeah, that's crazy. I hope he gets better. Nope. Give you guys a hint. It's a Class 1 railroad. It's a Class 1 railroad. It's not NS. That's your hint. Correct. Flat Rock sub, south of Flat Rock. Yep. INO only runs that twice a week. One going in north and then one going south. Every other day during the week, which is 5 days, nothing. Tuesday and Fridays. Nope. Dearborn sub gets about 4 a day. You got actually 5. Actually more than that, because if you count the northbound returns and the southbound ones. You got, first off, L572 that runs. You got L571 that runs to Flat Rock Yard. L572 interchanges with NS. You got R986, and then you also got L575, the Coke Dragon. That goes north and south. So, yeah. Dearborn sub actually is somewhat busy, believe it or not. Dearborn sub is actually, sometimes the Dearborn sub can be busier than the Flat Rock sub. And sometimes depending if you count the return trips, it can be somewhat close to competition with the Shoreline sub. And we're talking about the Shoreline sub and like Wyandotte, where you get those 8 CN trains a day. It can put up some good competition. It's just all about timing, and it will be dead as heck. It's unlike Wyandotte up there, all you have is the Dearborn sub. You don't have NS or anything else to keep you entertained, or the north part of the Flat Rock sub, which you'll also see a couple. So it's 12:31 right now, and that means it's 12:26. I think that's probably going to end up doing it for us tonight, because these signals are still red and the westbound's probably still got a ways to go. And like I said, I'm probably going to get home at 2 a.m. So I want to get on the road. I need to crack open the Monster or have that, because I know I'm going to start to get drowsy as the night goes on as I'm driving. And I need to make sure I'm not getting too tired as I start to yawn. We'll stay on here for a few more minutes, but we're gonna take the camera and everything and start to load up the car, get myself ready to go. That way all I got to do when I get home is just grab everything, go inside, if I even decide that I'm going to take a shower. I may just skip it, honestly. No, I didn't see the C6M. What was it on? Because I was out rail fanning till about 2 p.m. Then I did some elevators because I have the car with me, so I wanted to get some elevators today and I wanted to film at other crossings because otherwise I have to rely on the buses. But see, everything's still red for now. We're going to unload the tripod and everything, get everything all closed up. And I'm going to get on the road and go home because I'm going to be getting tired. I want to go to bed and get some decent sleep. It was at 5, yeah. No, 5 o'clock I was still doing elevators, and then come 6 o'clock I went to go park. That was cool. I was actually on the phone with one of my YouTube friends, and then I happened to look up, and one of the parking attendants there happened to be someone I went to high school with. I'm like, hey, so-and-so, good to see ya. You remember me? It's James. Played trombone with you in band class, and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. It's always nice when you run into an old friend, So that was kind of cool. Other than that, I didn't really get to see anyone else from high school. I was kind of hoping people would message me back and say, hey, let's just at least say hi, get together, maybe even have a beer. I would have been okay to have a beer tonight. Way in advance before driving, obviously. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't drink and drive. That's all I have to say. Is it your birthday? Railroader Coastline Productions, happy birthday. I hope you have an awesome birthday. Going out to catch any trains for your birthday? There's Brutus. Brutus for good luck, especially after tonight. I'm actually going to put him up in the front seat. I'm going to buckle him up like he's a passenger. Honestly, he's all the company I got as I drive home. Brought all my Ohio State coats and everything too. Just in case it was cold. I brought this in case it rained, but it didn't rain. I got this flag as well that I don't know if I'm going to fly it tonight. I don't think I'm going to, just because, we beat them pretty good, and I don't want the flag to be out there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will fly it. Just taking down the tripod now, and then we'll check signals one more time. And yeah, that'll probably do it for us. I got this one leg on my tripod that, the thing, it just likes to fall down on its own. I'm going to have to tighten the Allen wrench on it because it's sliding out when it's not supposed to be, which is kind of a problem. Last time I checked, it's not supposed to do that. But as long as I take good care of this tripod, I shouldn't have to buy one for a very long time. And this is a good tripod because it's about 17 pounds, so I can walk off and not have to worry about my camera falling like that. Excuse me. I can walk off and not have to worry about it, as with a flimsy tripod that, is vulnerable to the wind blowing it over. As good as I'm going to get that closed up. Sometimes the tripod's hard to put in the bag and get it all closed up, so. Fun fact, I'll actually show you guys this coat. I actually got this from a friend. He actually gave me this Ohio State jacket for $20. He was cleaning out I think someone's house or something, and because he does it for money or something, and he hooked me up with this thing. It's a really big coat. It's actually an extra large, which is really big for me. But I figured, you know, I could take it and I can wear it over another coat as well if I'm rail fanning on a cold day or something. All right, real quick, let's take a look at the signals. Actually, let me do one more thing real quick in preparation before we do that. There we go. There we go. He's all buckled up. There's Brutus. See, he's all buckled up and ready to go. I always bring him for good luck, actually, when I go out to the tracks. All right, let me make sure I got my keys before that locks up. Yep, I got my keys. All right, let's check signals, and then if it's red, which it probably will be. Yep, it's red. Well, that's going to do it then for us here tonight in East Lansing. Hope you guys enjoyed. We got one train. Shut up. Trying to do my outro. That's going to do it for tonight. No westbound, unfortunately, because he's not lined. So I apologize for that, guys. But we did get one train tonight. We did get an eastbound. We got 148, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to start heading home. Thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. We had a lot of people on here, really had a lot of people on here. I was kind of surprised since I did this last minute. But thank you, everybody, for coming on. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time for more Midnight Rail Fanning adventures. Until next time, bye, everybody.